AI job cuts? Yet another thing I read on AIdaily.us, you really should subscribe if you're interested in what's happening in the world of AI, is that many tech companies are starting to come together. They're actually coming together in a consortium to try and figure out how to reskill their workers in an age of AI, which is pretty ironic, because if you think about it, the tech companies are coming up with AI. They're coming up with solutions to actually reduce headcount, because you may not need as many people as you do as generative AI starts growing and gets better and better. So what do you do with these individuals? Do you let them go, or do you reskill them? And I've always said that this is a problem, that we're in the middle of this great work talent disruption when it comes to AI. Because one of the things that's happening that's unfortunate is that we live in a time where AI is doing human work and humans are doing work that's more suited for AIs. Because if you think about every job has different components, right? Jobs have components that AIs can do better, and they also have components that humans can do better. And what's happening is that there's a heck of a lot of humans in a job that could be automated. And sometimes these humans enjoy being in these kinds of jobs because they don't require a lot of effort. They don't have a lot of pressure. It's just taking a task and doing it repeatedly over and over and over again. And some people actually enjoy that. They enjoy not requiring the use of their huge human brain to do this job. It's a simple task for them. And it would be something that would be easily conferred to an AI. So there's lots of humans doing jobs that AI should do. And there's lots of jobs that AI is doing that humans should do, like the creative work, the writing, the drawing, the creation of things, the imagination, the spark. We're expecting AI to provide those things. So that's why we're in such a jumble right now. That's why we're in such a messed up place right now. And that's why all of these tech companies are getting together and trying to figure out how to reskill individuals for the new world of AI. And I think what we need to look at is that we seriously need to look at exactly what we're going to do. Because we know that, things like I've said before, is that yes, there are jobs that will disappear with AI. AI will take some jobs. But the kind of jobs that AI will take are the kinds of jobs that humans shouldn't be doing anyway. And I like to call those inhumane jobs. Inhumane work. There's many of us out there who are doing inhumane work. There's many of us, even whether it's our whole job or part of our job, is inhumane. And it's not inhumane in in the classical sense of the word, where it's treating somebody really poorly. It's inhumane in that it's not a job suited to humans, because our brains are bigger, we can think better, we can be more creative. It's just not a job that's suited to us as a human being. It's a job that's more suited to an AI. So we need to have this great recalibration. Let's call it the Great Recalibration. That's a good term for it, right? I just came up with that off the top of my head. We need a great recalibration in the world of work, where we take the jobs that are humane and we give them to humans, and we take the jobs that are inhumane and we give them to AI. And then we expect human beings to want to do the humane work and get out of the inhumane. And that is the direction we should be sending people in. We should be not necessarily reskilling them so that they can work with AI, but reskilling them or repositioning them in a role that's more human. And how do we find these roles that are more human? We ask the employee. We ask them and say, what do you want to do with your life? In fact, there's so many people out there. I think this is a big problem when it comes to human beings and work, is that there's many human beings out there who are not doing fulfilling work. And it's not because it's mostly because they just think of work as something separate from their lives. There's work and there's life. But that's not where things are going. Things are coming to a place where work and life is completely integrated. And if you can't separate your work from your life. So you should be doing work that is important to you, that is interesting to you. I mean, you only go through life once. Do you really want to spend so many of your years doing work, inhumane work, that AI could do? Wouldn't you prefer to be doing other work that's more interesting, that more befits the kind of stuff that you're interested in doing? So we need to start looking at that. We need to start looking at repositioning people, recalibrating human beings, and recalibrating value, recalibrating work, recalibrating creativity in such a way that creativity and human work is compensated for humans. Not in the way that is compensated today. Because if you think about it, things like art and music and books and writing, all of this stuff enriches our lives so much. But authors and musicians are paid so little. Something is wrong here. We need to figure out a new way of compensating creativity, compensating humanity, compensating what humans can bring to the table as opposed to what AI can bring to the table. And then recalibrate. Take every human that's in an inhumane job and give them a humane job and have them compensated for their humanity. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.